Hi, I'm Nick from A Load of Old Scrap. I make sculptures from scrap, salvage, recycled and sometimes new metal. Now today I'm going to be making a start on a commission. This one is for Rob over at Extreme CNC Plasma. He wants something he can take along to shows to kind of draw people in, show the versatility of the machine and how it can be used in a bit of a different way. So the plan is, I'm going to make a pillar that's going to be about 170 centimeters tall. There's going to be some scrap, Mosaic style stuff built into it, similar to the grandfather clocks. And then there's going to be a peacock on top of it with the tail wrapping around it underneath. So I'll crack on, show you some of the design now on the computer, get the frame cut and we'll get welded. We've got the base part cut out on the plasma cutter. We've got the front and the back there with the full logo of Extreme Plasma, and then the two sides are just the sort of X part of the logo, and then the top and the bottom obviously. So I'll get a bit of clean up on the back, get rid of some of the dross, tack it all together, and then we can double check on measurements for the next section of the pillar to make sure it's all going to look right and how I'm hoping it's going. Okay, base section cut and tacked together all around nice and square. Next up I need to double check that I'm happy with the measurements. So what I was thinking is around about 1 metre for the top section of the pillar. That's going to be there. And that's going to be absolutely spot on for what I'm wanting. So we're going to design that up on the computer, get that cut on the CNC plasma cutter, tacked up, and then I can work out what I'm going to do with regards to Mosaic scrap and stuff. Okay, so I've got most of the frame cut for the top section of the pillar, and obviously got these which are going to be the front and the sides. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do on the back yet because I don't want too much weight in this. Rob specifically said I don't want anything too heavy. Obviously if he's taking it to shows, it needs to be fairly light and easy to move around. So the back section of the pillar might just be sheet steel because most of it's going to be covered by the tail coming down anyway, so there's not much point filling in with other stuff that you're not going to see. The sides I may well do mesh, but I'm going to get it all tacked up together into the shape it's going to be and then make a decision once it's on top of the bottom section. I know a bit better what I want to do with it then. top section tacked together now so we can get a good idea of the height of everything that I'm going to be. So what I'm going to do is the back section is just going to be one solid piece that I want last. We still need access to this and to the side. We're go mosaic scrap on the front, no particular pattern, completely just abstract all over the place. Then you hopefully get the idea now of how tall this is going to end up. By the time the peacocks on it, it's going to be pretty big. The tail coming down around there and wrapping around the front hopefully. Scrap on, get some of this mosaic scrap in the front. The top section on the front done. I think the decision to leave these open works really well. By the time the tail comes around and stuff, that's going to look really good there. On the sides, a little bit undecided whether it's going to be mesh with steel in behind it or whether I'm going to go mosaic scrap. It is going to be heavier with mosaic scrap. I'm also hoping to make the peacock as a bolt-on piece. So it'll all come apart into a few different sections, which should make it easier to move about and keep the weight down on each individual piece. So it might, if the only reason I'm not filling in with mosaic is to keep the weight down, and that solves that problem, because it's going to look better with the mosaic scrap on the side. Give you a close up. So I'm going to make a start filling in this side section here. I need access to the inside to get to the bolts for where the top section bolts onto the bottom. So what I've put together is just this at the moment. It's got a little spanner, this side's already done. So what will happen is that bolt will screw through there. You've got the washer and the nuts on the back of it, so it goes straight on like that. I weld to the washer, the outer washer, on either side, onto the framework or onto some other material on the mosaic scrap. And then I do a section that is only welded to the spanner. That means when it's flipped around the other side, once I take out the screws that have the washer that's welded to the spanner, it's like a song, isn't it? I'll be able to pull out that section of scrap, and it should be fairly disguised and you wouldn't really be able to tell unless you already know that that section comes out. It's a bit tricky to remember which bits you've got to weld to and not weld to, but as long as you pay attention to what you're doing, it's not that bad. So that is first, I've got to put that one down, get that welded in, and I can make the section that will be removable then. Okay, so that's the top section of the pillar done. The mosaic is all filled in on the three sides. The back's just going to be a sheet. I needed to build in a thing on this so that I can access the top. I've done the same on the other side of the bottom, which I showed you how I made. Because of the peacock on the top is going to be bolted on, I need to be able to access those bolts from inside. And I don't just want to have a hole in the back. I'd rather try and change it up on this one. So yeah, if I take that screw out, take that screw out, this whole section here that's moving is removable, and I can access those bolts on the inside for the peacock. Like I said, same on the other side at the bottom, so that this whole section can be bolted down to the bottom section. So now that that's all done, I just need to weld all of these seams up, all the corners on the base and the middle section, weld back on, but realistically, not far off being done on this one. It's not too bad. Then I can start the fun part, which is going to be the peacock. So yeah, next step is crack on, get those welded up. Right, so in the 2 seconds since the last part of the video, 3 weeks have actually gone past. I ended up catching COVID, a bit rough with that. So yeah, now back in the workshop, back on with it. So I'm going to be grinding up all the beads weld on all the corners of the pillar. I've got another little idea for it as well, so after we do grinding on, I'll have a chat about that and talk you through what my extra little idea is. You know what? When we're on enough doing this, you probably don't need to sit and watch 30-second time lapse of me grinding weld pipe. Let's skip that bit. See you in a minute. That is the pillar pretty much done, so that's it for this part of the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you get the notification for when the next part of the video comes out. The next part of the video is going to be making the actual peacock itself. I'm filming this in the future, so I know what it ends up looking like, and it's definitely worth watching. I'm so proud of how the tail comes out on this one. So yeah, if you like the video, leave a like, remember to subscribe. Other than that, have a good day.